All right, our next Suffolk Sports Hall of Fame inductee, can we have Matt Ryan come to the front? All right, here comes that bus. That bus is pulling up again. Handsome guy, even when he's a cartoon. A look at the brief bio of Matt Ryan. Miller Place High School, he excelled in a number of sports. As you take a look, but handball, no doubt, is the love of his life when it comes to athletic activities. No one better in the history of Long Island when it comes to this sport, handball. And when you look at the photos of Matt through the years, we go back to Miller Place where he grew up, a superb student athlete from the get-go, a varsity basketball starter in 9th grade, also playing baseball, cross country, lots of success in the years to come. In 1984, he was named New York State's Small School Basketball Player of the Year. Played hoops in college, completing his basketball career at CW Post as a starter and co-captain in 1988. 1 year later, selected to the Olympic training team for U.S. team handball. He and his teammates would go on to compete for and win several championships. There were the Goodwill Games in 1990, the Pan American Games in Cuba. That accounts for the photo, I believe, that passed by of Matt and Fidel Castro. In fact, true story, Fidel asked Matt if Matt could introduce him to Eddie Morris. Kind of unexpected, but there you go. U.S. Team Handball Squad, Matt was named Player of the Year in 1992 and 1994. He's been all over the world and back again, competing at the Olympic Games in '96, team captain, an all-time American record of 225 official international matches played. He's here tonight all the way from Georgia. He works in development at Georgia Tech, continuing with efforts that have a positive impact on so many, earning the respect of his teammates and everyone else he meets, devoting time to community groups, boys and girls clubs, and more. If you've never seen a team handball match in the Olympics or anywhere else, it takes an extraordinary amount of athletic ability and coordination, ability Matt literally has in the palm of his hands. Ladies and gentlemen, the Suffolk Sports Hall of Fame, proud to induct, class of 2018, Matt Ryan.
You're gonna have to lean over. I guess I'm a little taller than most of our speakers here this evening, so hopefully my voice will carry to the microphone here. I do want to acknowledge the Suffolk County Sports Hall of Fame for this honor. Thank you very much, and Chris Vaccaro, just an absolutely wonderful job putting this whole event together. Yeah, have another round of applause for him, right? I wrote some thoughts down here. I usually like to speak from the heart, and my speech I wrote from the heart, and because there's some very important people I want to address that are here in the room that have meant so much to me. I'm truly moved by this Hall of Fame induction, and I'm well aware that I didn't take this journey alone. It took a village. I am blessed to see, joining me tonight, the loving people, the village that were integral in my development as a person, as an athlete. Without them, none of this is possible. First, thank you to my parents, Paul and Sandy Ryan. You brought me into this world on a teacher's salary in the 60s and 70s and gave me every opportunity to succeed while also raising 3 other children and trying to do the same for them. And it's ironic that this week we celebrated teachers, and it couldn't be more apropos than to celebrate you all, and hearing many of the people speak this evening, you were impacted by teachers. So I think it's very fitting that that day occurred this week in conjunction with this event. My mom is the rock of our family. She instilled in each of us a foundation of faith. She let me give up playing the French horn. I must have been the biggest French horn player in the history of music. So she allowed me to pass on music so I could play more basketball. She wasn't much of an athlete, as she would admit, but you know what she did? She came out and she rebounded for me. She passed me the ball. She did this as I took hundreds and hundreds of shots day in and day out on the basketball court that my parents put in our home. And I like to say that she definitely leads the family in assists and rebounds for for doing that. My dad, who had a heart attack and fought for his life several years ago. He missed my induction into the inaugural Sports Hall of Fame from Merrill Place High School. I couldn't be happier than to have him here with me here tonight. And this does make up for you missing that evening. My father and I covered every road in the Northeast, going to practices, games, tournaments, airports, father-son bonding time like no other. He turned me on to sports talk radio, Art Rush Jr., country music, and we listened to those golden oldies over and over again. He also has a distinct whistle. I won't make him do it here tonight, although it might wake some people up. my daughter. But in the midst of the fanfare at the Goodwill Games, the Empire State Games, the Olympic Games, I heard his whistle, and I could find him somehow in the stadium with thousands and thousands of people. It resonates with me, and it just really warms my heart to be able to sit here and stand here and speak to you tonight, to have him here with us. My sister, Dr. Megan Ryan, the inspirational notes you left for me under my pillow as I returned back from recruiting trips, late night games, when otherwise I've maybe at times felt lost. Those notes meant so much to me, and you probably didn't even realize it. You maybe realize the value of family. My brothers, Jimmy and Sean, you both pushed me to be better, and not just to be good, but to be great. On and off the court, you would have me play 2 against 1. I had to play you 2 because you wanted to challenge me. I might have even won a game or 2, I'm not sure, but I know those were incredibly intense games that really gave me the competitive edge that I carried with me for a lifetime. And while Megan, Jimmy, and Sean are my siblings, they're also my best friends. I love you. Bill and Diane Brown, it's wonderful to have you here tonight driving down from Albany. And Mr. Brown, where do I begin? Words cannot do justice for everything you've been for me over the years. Coach, mentor, role model, and friend. Everyone's success story begins with an opportunity, and you gave me mine when you brought me up to varsity in 9th grade. By opening that door, you set the stage for me to pursue, achieve, and exceed excellence in high school, college, the Olympics, and life. Thank you. To my community of friends here tonight, it moves me to see you all. You're a time capsule of my entire life. Vern, Binky, Lambert, his son David, longtime friend, my coach from our first basketball teams, along with my father, undefeated Bullets, 12-0. We must have been 8 years old. Thank you for being here. 2 wonderful brother-in-law, sister-in-law, Christine Ryan, Jeff Madonna, wonderful to have you here. John DiBiase, Ray Sennenfelder, your love and friendship means the world to me. You've gone through an awful lot with me, and we've done it together. I have a couple of friends here from Georgia Tech, Steve Pinsky, Michael Ehrlich. This is where my job is not so much a job, it's actually fun. I come up here to the Northeast and I meet with Georgia Tech alumni, and they've become friends, and they're here to support me tonight. This means a lot. My life until 2005 was about being the best athlete, then to be the best husband. Then on May 12, 2005, my life became about being the best dad. In 2 days, my daughter's going to be 13. And so my daughter, Peyton Elizabeth Ryan. I'm so happy to hear that you're here to share this moment with me and your friend Ella. First time to New York. And finally, in my parting words, to my nieces, Shannon and Kaylee. To my nephews, Danny, Jack, Jordan, and Jimmy, who's not here. And to Peyton and Ella, be great. It's in you. Seize the opportunities that would be presented to you. And once your foot is in the door, work hard to stay there, because the harder you work, the luckier you get. Thank you.